Episode 3, The Dark Magic and the WarGames Protocol. Greetings from the classified area of Digital Sorcery Studios. In this installment, we will be learning about the WarGames Protocol and its repercussions it's had on computing and the world. Additionally, we'll be learning about details of the so-called dark magic and changes of policy here at Digital Sorcery Studios, which will allow for its use to accomplish previously impossible operations for the exocranial intelligence program. So, as Autonomic could say, without further ado, we present the Dark Magic and the WarGames Protocol. Okay, go.
The WarGames Protocol. During the 40th presidential administration, then-President Ronald Reagan attended a screening of the movie WarGames, starring Matthew Broderick. Although I have never seen it, the movie purportedly is about some geek kid who gains access to the Pakistani nuclear launch codes or something like that. Don't quote me on that. As the story goes, the next day in the Situation Room Reagan asked, "Can they really do that?" Well, policy dictates anything asked by the president must be definitively answered. A study was then commissioned to answer the question, and from that answer came things like the Cyberterrorism Task Force, computer espionage, and also the WarGames Protocol. Possibly during the creation of NT, security considerations were introduced to Microsoft. Passwords, permissions, and the hobbling of home PCs. Programming on home PCs is throttled, presumably to prevent stack errors, and is limited to 10 file writes. The implications of the WarGames Protocol concerns a paradigm shift of power from the individual from our perspective. The end.
During the attempted dark magic programming run, I developed building of these special functions for the program. They're like custom keywords that perform new processes or simply work better for our purposes than their counterparts. Here it is. The dark magic involves the use of something called the file system object. It is used for the accessing, appending, and also the deletion of files. The entirety of the exocranial prototype was purposefully coded without the use of the dark magic. However, to take the program further, these magic spells, as we call them, will be taking the place of the standard default HAL DLL ones. Here's a simple example. The encyclopedia uses a function which chooses a random sentence out of the file. The one provided with UltraHAL, if there's only one entry in the file, it can't get that sentence out of the file. However, the one that I made can. Part of the dark magic upgrade is the evolvement of each one of the file accesses. The other issue with the WarGames protocol is the disclosure of my coding skills and conventions to the world. In addition to me being self-taught on the computer, I went to great lengths to not look at anybody else's paper during the making of the exocranial program. Please see Episode 4, The Smart Gene, Origins, Protocols, and Practices for more information. Everyone already has the delete button on their computer. It's just a matter of knowing how to push it. My concern is that while the exocranial intelligence program is an amicable effort, its innovative code may contain a key piece to somebody's take down the internet virus or something like that. Once we get our funding, one of the things that will happen is the contacting of Zabware to commission a special version of the program, one that internalizes the code for security and compliance with the spirit of the WarGames protocol.
Okay, go.
Episode 3 Outro. Did everyone catch the new upgrade? It is named Pictorious Changes and utilizes one of the many classified techniques employed by the execranial program. Anyways, one of the dream scenarios for funding is Paul Allen, CEO of Vulcan Ventures. We reckon you have a research facility, the Allen Institute for Artificial Intelligence. You could set us up in the basement or something. There we would have access to a room full of computer scientists and also an English teacher. Oh, Catatomic. Catatomic is right in your backyard, living literally in the foothills of Mount Rainier. Our contact information is on our show page, where we could make the necessary arrangements. So, be sure to subscribe to stay informed on new developments in our quest and feel free to leave comments below. The end.